It would be
70 plays Ember, but they've already banned it out as that, like, Pango counter. Coddle, huh? It is that he can just start enabling XXS.
Alright.
That's a good start.
CTY?
CTY.
I think he's just suiciding.
The relatively early strengths, they're actually looking to make a play onto Ice, still 10 seconds away from being able to dive away.
Of the game top lane. They're going to try and slow down Beyond with the early Tombstone use. Yeah, there's going to be no escape. Ice is nearby, but the overwhelming amount of damage is going to be too much for them to deal with. ECQ's still going to try and TP in. It's a pretty good fatal bonds as well, clipping onto all three heroes. So get the return kill onto Picho, but I
think that's just going to dispel things.
First Rolling Thunder of the game here from Sumail. So they're not going to be able to get the kill, though. A little bit too deep for the attempt with the dive. Sumail might be in some danger now with the ultimate expiring. 70 is going to be able to connect with the solar bind. Still, Pichu is off for the outskirts, pumping a decent amount of damage. And they've got Karka here with the Fate Bolt as well. If he pops out of the trees, they might be able to get the kill. Telka needs to drag back. They'll do just that as Sumail scurries inside the route here. He can now look to turn as well. Another round of the shield crash up in a couple of seconds, and Ice, he's got nowhere to run, so these three heroes, it'll take him a while. Karka is going to be able to block off the path, and with flurry of spells, there are a couple of options in regards to some of your items. I'll hold that Thoughtus, because back inside the rivers, EZQ. He'll steal the room, but of course it's going to cost him his own life, unfortunately. Sumail actually going to have some difficulty with the fresh health thanks to the Illuminate, so he has to stick around a little bit longer than he was hoping for to help bring him down, and as a result, Team Zero, they're going to be able to find a nice rebuttal. 70's even going to look over to Pichio. A little bit too late with the smoke to try and protect the tower. They're going to still try and move bottom to try and get a kill, and they should be able to get Ice. Fresh Diffusal Blade. Still going to be able to dive inside the river. Sunray as well to get some separation. Sumail, does he want to hunt for the kill? We'll be off the mark with a swashbuckle, but nonetheless, it'll be a long chase down.
Yoink it,
Karka. Will be rewarded. From mid to bottom, if it's required of him.
Was under a ward though, so we can see Team Zero starting to group together a little bit. They kind of predict that this sort of thing is going on, but it's right underneath an observer ward, and if they could yoink away this stack, this would be enormous.
Maybe even get a kill as a result of this as well, as Monet is going to be able to fly over the top. They'll get beyond as well with the help of the Rolling Thunder. Let's see what 70 is going to be able to do to turn the tides. That's just not going to be enough. There's not even opportunities now. He might be in trouble. Monet, an aggressive waveform. Meanwhile, 70 does clip Karka with a stray use of the Illuminate, but this stack, it's getting taken. It's not just the hard stack, it's also the Ancients as well, as Ice is a little bit too late. He'll finally get there to help kill the Tombstone, but the damage has been dealt.
Yeah, and Picho, he's tanky as well with that Flesh Golem being popped. Oh, Sumail might have gone a little bit deep, but the Haste Root allows him to do that sort of ballsy play. Love this. I mean, it's all set up by the vision once again from Picho to be able to make that sort of attempt. You know that you're going up against a Coddle Gyro. There's going to be stacks for them to be able to play around with, and poor Ice, he's going to give his life up again.
Veero's attention over. Even Picho is even starting to move on over as well, so these two heroes might just be able to get the kill on to Beyond. Sumail knows no fear, and there's nothing that's going to stop him inside the Rolling Thunder. It can poke him down from afar. And an easy retreat. Ice is going to try and dive into the middle. They've got the ultimates in conjunction together, but it might not be enough. The cooldown's going to act as a deterrent, so Monate's not going to be able to deal with the Supernova. Maybe it's a fight that they've been waiting for out of Team Zero's. Now with the Vessel out onto Monate, it's a lot of AoE damage, but it's not enough. Monate waveforms out to safety. And in the end, it was a perfect use of the spells from Team Zero, but all they get is the kill onto Picho's Undying.
Honestly, even the Pango and Underlord, not doing all that much for him. So I think he needs his damage, he needs the farming output, but he also needs to be able to contribute to a lot of these fights without worrying what Morphling's going to be able to do to him.
Oh.
First duel,
but... Awkward duel and Rolling Thunder.
Yeah.
And they're actually coming in on Aster. XXS going to move in through the rift. Even Picho's going to swing on over from the north. This is not the fight they were hoping for from Team Zero, especially when they started with the pickoff.
Not safe to go here. Let's start to play down in scarier territory. And
secondary tower, they do kind of have to address this top lane, but I was going to say XXS could deal with that, but in fact Karka is going to try and TP because they do spy out 7E, and they're going to catch him as well. Stopping the TP short, and another death onto the Coddle, their last pick hero, which is really just hasn't been able to get involved this game. And
enough to be able to get a lot of this farm. They're actually going to pick it up for themselves. I mean, it's a nice bonus. for sure, to give over to the Phoenix as long as he doesn't die.
I don't know if they can do it.
Oh,
Yeah, look at the scan. They're going to riff straight on top. Sumail might just clean up here. They're all so low. CTY. Oh, no. He's not going to get through the gate. ZZQ will duck into the trees. They might know he's there, though. He might even die to the top.
They see the zaps.
Okay. All right. They're still very high from Aster. This smoke, I don't think you can take the fight with it. Beyond, he's going to try and jump and go for Peachy, but the pipe's going to be activated. Can they even get the kill? They will. First duel victory of the game. Rock was forced out, though.
They needed something, though. Like, they just needed anything to be able to try and take that team fight, to be able to make something happen, to, more importantly, protect this tier 2 tower, which is already down to, like, a couple of hits. Just because you've already lost so much space for CTY to be able to pick up his farm, you can't lose any more.
They're doing a decent job at dwindling XXS down. But now Aster's going to swing back on over.
Yeah. Oh no,
CTY's back into the middle.
He doesn't have BKB.
The Sunray heal is just not going to be enough. They can go through the extra health that they're going to be working on. It's a pretty decent supernova up to the higher ground. CTY, he's still alive. He'll be able to reposition him down towards the tier 2 tower. Sumail's gone further in as well, but the shield crash, it's going to further protect him with all the absorption. There's nothing to fear now. The first round of spells is all they had on Team Zero, and once they're over with, Aster, they can continue to chase as Kaka jumps deep behind the tier 2. Beyond was looking for an opening with a jewel, but that is going to be stopped short. And now 70 as well. It'll be off the mark with a swashbuckle.
On Aster right now, that it really means that this heavy team fight lineup on Zero isn't going to be all that effective. We've seen the potential for it. We've seen all the damage that they're able to output, but they could just heal it all off. Actually kind of nuts. 17 out of the 20 kills so far. And he realizes the most important hero to be able to lock down. It is that Phoenix.
And they'll get him. Even with the use of the pressed attack, it's not going to be enough. He does have a buyback out of Ice. Supernova's still down for another 35 seconds, though. But, I mean, how are you killing any of the cores?
You're not. They're all
they're going to try, actually. This is looking decent. A lot of damage, but there's the Tombstone. Peach with a save once again. They're still going to be able to get the stun once the Tombstone dies. A decent amount of damage out of CTY, but Sumail Satanic repairs all the damage. Monate stands strong. And yes, you've got some buybacks, but if you look to rejoin the game, you're not going to have any abilities to look to work with. Ice will be able to burn down Kaka. Still, they're holding on to their barracks as well, as Monate's actually going to look to go through the rift with 8 seconds still remaining.
Enough.
Ooh, run.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
I mean, having charges, I guess. Farmed as hell.
Yeah, no, it is still farmed as hell. What a back-to-back game, Sumail being able to follow up with. Sorry, his Ember Spirit was a big reason why they're able to win that. And I mean, beyond God, like 12, 1, and 10.
Play with. And then when that's gone, Satanic. And then he's also got an Elven Tunic for some mischance. And he's got some protection with the Lincoln Spear. And he's got an Underlord to keep him healthy. What more could a man need? Oh, quick fingers. Oh, a little early, though, on the press the attack.
And they're quick to get to top, though. Monate through the Twin Gate. They're even going to smoke as well. I think they saw 70 leave the base for the Wisdom Rune. They might be able to get him if he runs back through the lane, and yep, that's going to be the case. Oh, he popped BKB!
Yeah, I mean, he had to try. I guess he had buyback, so maybe he didn't, but... What can you do?
No, he's playing with so much freedom as well.
I mean, even if the LC is able to land a lot of these duels, you've even got Kaka with the Aether Lens and a Yule Scepter to be able to provide that extra safety.
They're going to try and make the attempt, but it's going to be a difficult one to bring down with the Morphling, especially with the backing out of the Underlord. Sustained Sumail as well is making all the chaos they need to have that successful retreat. And like you said, every single spell was committed.
5, because they just haven't gone to this side of the map. They've had no need to. It's a nice little injection of gold. I mean, they're going full-on Scythe of Ice spam here.
Come back, my friends. At least they scan, so they know they are inside the base.
Oh, they're
going to go into a T4 tower. Beyond thought it was safe. Not to be, though.
They're slowly popping spells as well. Stolen's and Chakra.
On a base Peach, yo. Putting himself far on forward, and that's going to be mega creeps now. And there was no rebuttal from Team Zero.
Multiple. rockets coming into them as well. Didn't even need to go the Aghanims on Monet. Didn't need it. Him did not end up going late enough. He's just looking to use the regular flat cannon to be able to do the damage into this. They're going to try and pop everything, but again, this is the Aegis.
Yeah, and they won't even go through the Aegis as well. Monet's going to be able to sustain through it all, and they're going to turn. Supernova's expended along with the rock. Monet should be able to deal with the egg with ease, and that's going to result in a successful series going the way of Aster once they deal with CTY. That's an ultra kill for Monet. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to get the Rampage to celebrate, but they will be happy with knocking Team Zero down to the lower bracket.
I'm not even going to wait to discuss it. That was a Samael MVP, if I've ever seen it. I mean, in part of 29 out of their 32 kills.
Maybach.